Welcome, Doctor. Kintur Sanghvi from New Jersey. So, what is your impression about the TR technique being practiced here?
So, Dr. Patel has been one of the pioneer in the history of interventional cardiology, particularly for using the radial access. I grew up learning CATs from him, and I know in the United States he is one of the most important source of spreading of radial access. The most centers in the United States that really were the most important source of propagation of radial use, who not only started using radial but inspired and challenged the other interventionalists to start doing radial, were all trained by Dr. Patel. And I can give you examples. Say, for example, Dr. John Coppola in New York City. He learned radial from Dr. Patel in 2004. From that point on to 2012, there has been hundreds of fellows who were trained by him. Not only that, he was doing Transradial training program. Dr. Coppola was doing Transradial training program, which made some of the leaders of current time. If you look at the people like Jennifer Trammell, she's from Stanford, and they are one of the big radial program in US. If you look at it, the real point source of the training started from Dr. Patel. And in a recent international congress on radial access called AIM Radial, this was held in Canada, Dr. Kimney, who did the first radial angioplasty in the entire world, mentioned Dr. Patel as being one of the most important source in the entire world in spreading radial access. So the transradial work that is done here is something that we all look upon to and try to reach that kind of standard. So it's something that I want to get to, and I'm far from that. So it's a exceptional work, and everybody and anybody that has come here and I've spoke to them, they all are extremely impressed with the work that's done here in the live telecast in the Transradial.
So how do you place it as against to what is being practiced there in the West?
So in compared to the West, when they do the procedures here, you don't really realize the difference. So if you say, for example, the best conference in the world for interventional cardiology is TCT. And if you look at the live transmission in the TCT and the kind of cases they saw that are done from the femoral access, that kind of complexity, or sometimes, many times, even more complex cases are done through the radial access, which basically this conference, anybody comes here, they understand that there is really no difference in radial access versus femoral access, and we are nowhere there. So in the United States, people still question about use of radial access in complex procedures. And you come here and you see that they do it like they do any other angioplasty in a very complex case. So as a country, as the healthcare system, the United States is far behind. But forget about that. Even those centers who are practicing a lot of radial, like myself, who are doing a lot of radial procedures, we have a big, long path that we have to achieve before reaching the standard that Dr. Patel has set here.
Thank you. So what is your opinion about the technology, including IVUS, rotational atherectomy, OCT, FFR being practiced here?
So IVUS, rotational atherectomy and FFR, all this technology are not new technology. They have been available for years in Western world. Fortunately, with the changing situations in India, we are having this technology, and this technology is not something that one can start using. For example, rotational atherectomy is one of the most difficult technology available in the cath lab. It's the least user-friendly technology available in the cath lab. Like everything else we do, wiring a blockage, using balloon stents, and all the other things we do, the rotational atherectomy in particular is technically very challenging. The case selection should be proper, and this is the place where you can really harm a human life in no time if you use it inappropriately. So I think fortunately, this technology came into the place like Dr. Patel's lab, where it is a very high volume lab, and they can master the technique in no time, and they have really mastered the technique. And I think it's a perfect place to learn for those who don't have any exposure to that. As far as the OCT is concerned, OCT is even new for many parts of the world, including United States. So in my lab in particular, we don't have OCT right now. OCT is going to be available for us in another couple of months with new lab. So for me also, that was a great learning experience to look at the OCT. So again, OCT is a new technology for many parts of the world, and TRICO was a perfect place to learn using it.
And so what is your opinion about the cardiology team of our institute?
So cardiology team here, I know them very personally. I was probably one of the first students. I started working with Dr. Patel when he came out of his institutional practice into the private practice world. And randomly, I'll tell you, like when I was talking to other international faculty, I told them that one of the best cardiologists in the entire world I have seen is Dr. Patel's partner, Dr. Shah. So all the people here are extremely talented, and they are very dedicated. That's why they are very talented.
Lastly, what is your experience being here for the 8th TRICO 2012? And any message for?
So TRICO has continuously evolved. When first TRICO happened, we were extremely impressed, and then each TRICO you see something new. Everybody comes in the conference, learn something new, and you hear every year you come here, you hear some different phases for the TRICO. This year, one of the German colleagues said, "I love TRICO because it's no nonsense, just radial conference." I learned from another Canadian colleague, Dr. Bertrand. He was the one who organized the International Congress on the Radio Conference. He said, "I didn't realize TRICO is the world's biggest radial course. Nobody has this kind of big course with this kind of live cases anywhere else in the world." So this year's TRICO was very well attended. On the day one, there were almost 40 to 50 people standing against the wall because the auditorium with the capacity of 450 people was completely filled. So, and you can see all the participants were there until the end of the day, in all the hours in between, which is kind of a rare demonstration. So, TRICO is an amazing experience for anybody who comes in here.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
fortunate for coming back again and again.
It's an honor having you here, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.